Welcomer to Delwatch. Sam Newtonson bith min nama. Where at Hooder stood, Gringed Stevner, easy on Utfus, Adelinges far. Britta on Baron the Shippers, man of the master.
Time Team will be investigating an Anglo-Saxon cemetery in East Anglia. This amazing site, put forward by Dr. Helen Geek, came a close second in our Patreon poll with an impressive 27% of the vote. Located in the early Anglo-Saxon heartland, this site has revealed a number of beautiful and intricate personal items that indicate high-status burials. It presents a wonderful opportunity to help shed new light on often elusive Anglo-Saxon archaeology. Welcome to day one, Dig Watch, Time Team, at this amazing site.
Good morning, we're somewhere in Norfolk. It's day one. As you can see, it's a little bit bleak on site, but we're looking forward to getting going. The damp weather is not dampening our spirits, and it's all go this morning. We've got cameras over there set up, and Emily marshalling people ready to go. We've got John and the geophysics array just about to head out with their, it's an awesome multi-ray geophysics setup. We've got a giant digger. We've got Gus recording the first scene of the dig just behind us in the distance. It's going to be great.
We always have a good first day on Untitled, well, apart from the standing around all morning waiting to get started. It's like going on holiday with your mates, really, you know, but you're doing some digging as well. Because, I mean, I've known some of these people for a long, long time. John Gator was 3 years above me at university, so I've known him that long. Paul Blinkhorn was 3 years below me at university, so sadly I've known him that long as well. And you know, there's lots of people that you've met over the years. It's just like a family.
It's a bit like getting the band back together.
And as we know from so many of the Old English sources, you can't have the poetry without the music. And there was a popular form of music was the stringed instrument, particularly the six-stringed, what was in Latin the caterers, ultimately the ancestor of the guitar, both linguistically and musically. What is it about six strings?
You've had a day, Stuart. You've been in the landscape. What's it telling you?
I think it's trying to tell us something at the moment about why there might be a burial here. Don't think quite got a handle on it yet in terms of understanding the complexities behind the politics of the Anglo-Saxon period, but starting to understand the boundaries, I think, is where I'm at today, and how the boundaries in the medieval period might translate to estate boundaries in the Anglo-Saxon period, how that then relates to topography, use of land, positioning of settlements. I think I'm just starting to feel I'm getting into that a bit.
So on day one, the most straightforward, simple thing we needed to do was find the burial, and we've not quite done that yet. So there's a degree of tension. We're throwing various things at it, and we're hoping that, say by lunchtime, we might be able to find the thing we've actually come here to excavate.
Burials are really difficult to find, and the terrain here is incredibly difficult.
I can see a wayward director and presenter. Shall we go and say hello?
Should we do the classic Pitman Shaw pincer movement?
Yep.
Okay. End of day one. How has it been, Emily?
Well, it's
It's been quite hard work, I'd say. There's been a lot of digging. Yes. It's very difficult to say anything.
Is it fortuitous that we brought a bigger digger?
It is very fortuitous that we brought a bigger digger. I think all diggers will be in action for most of the 3 days that we're here.
Mm-hmm.
That's my feeling on the subject.
I think we've created the basis of something that could be really exciting here. And I can't say very much, but toward the end of the day that there were 1 or 2 things that came up out of the ground that might give us some interesting leads that we could pick up tomorrow. I mean, it may be that they don't come to anything, but there is something.
So thank you very much everybody for coming along to help with the time team test pit digging. The aim of the 1 metre square test pit excavations here in the village is to try and find out whether there was a settlement, a community here at the time that the burial up on the hillside, the person who was in that burial, did they live in a community here? And that's the digging that you're going to be doing.
It's amazing what you can find when you're looking through it and raking through. I've even found a few bits and pieces now.
Oh, fantastic.
It's quite nice. Yeah. Well, one's a fruit stone.
Oh. Garden.
I was wondering if that was Roman. Any ideas?
We'll have to get that washed up, I think. It's very... no, I don't know.
I don't think so.
So we're just coming to the end of day 1 on our test pitting community survey, and it's been a really interesting day. We started off this morning meeting all our lovely volunteers that have come to help us out, and then we've put them into various test pits, and they've spent the afternoon digging through people's back gardens, and the people have been very, very kind in this village, allowing us to come and dig holes in their gardens. So I'm with Jamie at the moment, and thank you, Jamie. It's your garden that we're digging in.
It is indeed.
Really appreciate it. How have you found it?
Absolutely fantastic and really, really fascinating to see the process and how methodical it is, and obviously the finds, whatever they are, it's really great. Yeah.
Did you think there'd be so many finds under such a small amount of earth?
Absolutely not. I was totally amazed by how much has been found in each layer. Yeah.
So what's been your favourite bit of today then?
Well, I think meeting everyone. Everyone's been so friendly and accommodating, and seeing the process and seeing holes dug in my garden. It's quite exciting actually, and you know, they're beginning to find things, and to meet the experts really as well, because they're so knowledgeable, and for them to be able to spot a bit of what I would have said was just stone or rubbish, you know, amazing, really fascinating.
So what's been your favourite bit of today then?
Oh gosh, I don't know if there is a favourite bit, really. I enjoyed all of it. I mean, it was just really good fun. It's so nice to be with people you haven't met before and some that you have met before. And you have a chat with the ones you've met on previous digs and get to know people that you haven't met before, which is lovely. Yes, it's definitely the people that is good. I like the archaeology as well, but it's the people that make the archaeology, and it's so much fun. So it's such a pleasure.
The volunteers have had a great time. We've got everything to play for. End of day 1. We're all really looking forward to day 2 tomorrow.
Day 2, the sun is shining. It's time for a trench tour, I think.
What a beautiful day.
I know, I wasn't prepared for the sun today. I mean, there's a fairly foreboding cloud behind us, but we can ignore that.
The rain's coming. I just felt a splat of rain.
Yeah, we're about to get very wet, I think.
This is, well,
I think this is going to be
we're about to capture a moment in time, teams. If you turn around, Sam. Yeah, here they come. How many people can you get under one camping tent?
You can make it in time. It was sunny when we left.
I think I've had the whole gamut today, you know.
So while we're having a quick respite from the rain, we'll have another catch up with Jackie. Jackie, it's halfway through the second day. We did chat yesterday, but how has this morning gone for you?
Well, it's been going quite well. We've actually found some more archaeology, which is what we're here for. Great, but oh crikey, it's so hard is the soil that despite the fact there's a real downpour here, this is so helpful because we were going to have to water in order to be able to get it soft enough to work on. So this is going to have helped us a little bit.
I just want to point out that while the fair weather archaeologists are under the trench, there are 3 absolute pros over there still digging away in the rain.
It's all going off, isn't it, today? There's lots happening in lots of different places, so no, it's all fun. It's all very good fun today.
Now, I've heard a bit of a rumour that our trench tour might suddenly get a bit longer in the next few hours.
There is a distinct possibility that your trench tour might take you a little longer, yes. But I still need you back to do your jobs for the for the main programme.
We'll do our best.
We'll be here, we'll be here. Well, this feels like a convenient place to end our trench tour.
Can we get everyone to shout?
Excellent.
Gotta love it.
See you all soon. Now, it's a very exciting day today. As you can see, there's a new trench going in a different field. And Lawrence and I are running the show, which is really exciting.
It's good to be able to do some digging. I mean, we love chatting to you guys, but we'd rather be doing archaeology, let's be honest.
Hello, I'm Emily, I'm the director, and it's day 3 and we're just opening up what should be a really interesting new trench, as we tend to, with about a third of the dig still to go. So yeah, it's all systems go and looking really promising, so exciting stuff.
So it's the point at which what we hope is there is meeting the reality in the trenches of what is actually there. And it's a tough stage on day 3. We're full of excitement. We're all slightly knackered, to be honest. So hopefully by the end of today, we'll have the evidence in the trenches, because you can't say it's a thing unless you've got really great evidence.
So we are here in a very large flat field. We've excavated a fairly big trench here, as you can see, deep plough soil down onto this orangey natural. We are trying to identify features that are cut within the natural there. So there could be burials in this trench. Unfortunately, at the moment, there's a lot of cleaning. It's very, very long, slow process to clean back across this trench. But yeah, when that's done, then we can start investigating these features.
Okay, well, here we are on a lovely, lovely sunny day. It's been a crazy weekend. Apparently, there's been some exciting developments on site, so I'm busy running around trying to work that out and seeing how I can help, what I can bring to this, what is going to be a magnificent story when this all comes out.
No, we were getting heckled from over here.
Yeah.
Should we get...
John's heckling.
Hang
Stuart.
on.
Let's
John, could you repeat that for me?
Stuart, you're in Norfolk. Thank you, John. There's no topography, it's all flat.
Right. Now, as I leant in over your desk here, John.
But the beer joke's are already flying in and we've only just started.
Geophysics always comes up trumps. The one thing I'd like people to bear in mind for when they watch this programme in the future is Stuart uses a special method of lining up trees and features on the landscape to locate something on the ground. Did he get it right?
Goes up and down and up and down and
Helen was a little emotional towards the end of the day.
Helen, how are you doing?
Cold. I'm feeling a lot. I'm feeling a lot better than I was.
Good evening.
Simply because I didn't actually know how tense I was feeling. And Lawrence was saying about how the body language of the person whose site it is all kind of, and I just felt a lot of kind of mad emotion.
But I must
admit, on the body language thing, when I came up to talk to you earlier and you just turned away, I can see the change in mood palpably from a distance.
You don't realise it until somebody either points it out or until it lifts, actually.
Let's not worry too much about that. The situation is that John has now, with Henry, located that on the map. Okay. Now I would feel comfortable in possibly extending the trench we've already got to the right there to kind of pick that up. Mick used to talk about Time Team coming to sites to chase after one object or one building or one find, and he said really every site we should treat as an unknown quantity which we're coming into to find out as much as possible about. So what we're doing is reverting back to that tomorrow. And so that's sort of following a slightly more standard Time Team line. We're going to go after the geophysics and put some trenches on that and see what more we can find.
Fantastic, that sounds...
And Mick used to say condition, date and extent. If you went and cried on his shoulder, oh Mick, we haven't found anything, he'd say, yeah, we have. We've done condition, we've done date, we've done extent. Those are the three things. And today has been all about condition, really, hasn't it?
Well, I think quite often as archaeologists we have to go with our gut instincts. But it's very difficult when somebody says, so how can you know? How can you tell?
The sun is setting on the site here. It's that time of day when there's a huge crowd of people milling around as if they've got nothing better to do, which feels like it might be a wrap to me.
But it's been a real roller coaster, and some amazing things have come out in the last 2 hours. I mean, you know, it used to be end of day 3, now it's the last 2 hours of day 3, and it's been fantastic. I've loved I've loved the jeopardy of it. Can we find it? Can we not?
This has been an intriguing site that we haven't just asked questions of it, it's asked questions of us as well.
And there's been some quite spectacular finds, one way or another.
And been so good to see you two digging again. I mean, I thought maybe, you know, the presenter side was calling you quietly, but it's been great to see you in the trenches. I think that's been a highlight for me.
I'm starting to enjoy our role as kind of day 3 reservists that come in when absolutely necessary.
A little bit afraid about some of the stuff that might be coming out behind the scenes, but, well, there you go.
We've got double the coffee on this dig, which I think means Tim wants us to work a bit quicker. And this next bit, I'll probably get told off for, but let's sneak around the door of the dome. Hang on there, Time Team fans.
We're ready.
Always on your phone.
Absolutely. Well, such demand. It's my agent normally saying, "What am I doing working with you two? It's going to devalue my fee."
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Were you rolling then?
Yeah.
Good.
Is there any news yet on a dig 3?
Well, there's definitely going to be a dig 3. It's kind of some quite interesting research is being done at the moment, and it involves America and Britain, connections between the two, and some sites that I think are going to be really exciting.
So keep an eye on Patreon for more information.
It's brilliant to be back. It's brilliant to be. There's such a lovely crowd of people, and I haven't seen some of them for ages and ages and ages. So it's just been catching up with old friends.
And there's lots of people here that were in the original Time Teams a long time ago.
I did have a quick look.
Did you?
I didn't know it was in the office, but I mean a very quick look. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it.
And I've done them all from beginning to end. So here we are 30 years later doing them again. I never thought we would be. I really didn't think we'd be back here again doing this. So Patreon, you are stars, all of you, every which one. Thank you for every penny. I loved doing this show when we did it for 20 years, and I love doing these.
So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you once again, all you guys out there supporting us. That's how we managed to do it, and I really hope you enjoy it.
It's thanks to your support via Patreon that Time Team is able to put these episodes together. But it's really important to remember that the final product will be free to air on YouTube.
Join us on Patreon for exclusive behind-the-scenes access,
immersive 3D models,
and much, much more.